Alright guys, welcome into Weather Warfare on the road style. As soon as we get a few people in here, we're going to run this little clip. We're going to get into the weather control from China. They're kind of jumping in a little bit late, but we'll get into all this. Hopefully this thing is streaming okay. My battery's about to go dead on the phone, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, welcome in. Hey, Polymer, much love. Karen, much love. James, much love. So let me bring this little clip up here. I got to mute my mic. We'll run this clip, then I'll jump back in.
To ensure stability in its agriculture sector, China is not leaving things to Mother Nature. The Chinese government is planning to employ upgraded weather control systems in Heilongjiang, Jilin, and Liaoning, the three provinces responsible for 54% of the nation's rice production. The project, which will continue until June, involves creating artificial rain using cloud seeding, special aircraft, rockets, and much more. China has been tinkering with the idea for years, but how controllable can the weather be? Skeptics fear the consequences of meddling with nature at this level could be dire.
Alright guys, let me see here. Let me get this out of the way. So there we go. This is the same technology. They're going to be using the same technology as Acquiesce and what was the other global climate global control company. They're a little bit different technologies, but basically it's the same thing. And it's pretty funny how some countries will talk about the weather control, but the United States, they deny it every way they can, and it's just ridiculous that they're just flat out liars. That's why we cannot trust any of these people. But anyway, China is launching a bizarre bid to control Earth's weather so it can shift rain clouds thousands of miles from its soaking south to the parched north. They're going to launch 6 satellites will form a ring to spot water-laden clouds and create an atmospheric corridor to allow them to move the arid regions, state media said. Let me scroll this down. And what we're talking about is the mimic map. This is the atmospheric river. This is the river in the sky. This is the water up in the troposphere. And this is what other companies have been modifying. I mean, this is why we've had so much rain in the Midwest and the East Coast and no rain in California. They've been stealing California's rain for a long time, which I've gone over this article before, but we may touch on it again once we get past this one. And satellites will seek out and then surround rain cloud hotspots before unspecified technology will guide clouds to their targets by creating an air channel. Well, they're going to be probably using the cloud resonance or the other technologies that we've been covering for quite a while. So I don't know how to pronounce this. Tianhe, which translated as Sky River, is being deployed by the Shanghai Academy of Space Flight Technology and will be launched in 2020. See, they've been using this technology since the 90s. This is actually old technology. So yeah, they're either a little behind the 8 ball, or they've been doing it and they're just now letting the information out. Now, the idea of controlling the weather is far from new. In China in 2008, the country seeded clouds with silver iodide to ensure they rained away from the Beijing Olympics. The long-term goal is to push 5 billion cubic meters of rainwater each year north to the Yellow River Basin. My mouse is frozen. Okay. There we go. The People's Daily said they would analyze where they were before deploying a new type of manual intervention technology to move them north. Well, all we had to do is go to this company. This company, let me get down to it. This is the company out of the UAE. It's actually, this is a pretty new company. But they've been controlling the global water cycle. They claim to use ionospheric technology to steer cyclones, dust storms, and bring rain to drought-filled regions in the Middle East. And then the company Aquiaz, which we've gone over quite a few times here, but this global control trading companies, they created the tropical cyclone Ashoba in 2015 using their ionophonic technology. And so, I mean, it's all well documented, scientifically proven, and they've done a lot of other stuff. It's pretty, I'll leave the links for this, but pretty interesting stuff. And this company here, they want you to pay with Bitcoin. Like, they're not using cash. They're using the Kron exchange. It's a cryptocurrency created on a blockchain technology. But basically, this is pretty much tells the whole story of what they're trying to do. They're trying to ruin all the water aquifers, and then the only thing left is the atmospheric river up in the sky, and they want you to pay for that by the barrel. They want you to pay for it with this Climate Kron coin. So that's the main end goal. I mean, they want to control every little thing they can. So yeah, these companies have done a lot of stuff. We've reported on a lot of it. You can find almost all this information on Jim Lee's site, theclimateviewer.com. We also have the Aquiaz, this David Kaczynski guy, the CEO of Cy Blue. This was a U.S. Air Force company. I mean, it gets pretty deep. This guy's pretty crazy. He done a lot of weird stuff. But you should read these articles. I'll leave all the information down in here. I think me and Jim Lee's probably the only two people that I know of that have done videos on this. So that's why we need you guys sharing this stuff out. You know, when they did it in I think it was 2008, see, this technology has been out since the 1990s, and the Aquiaz, they use the atmospheric resonance technology, and basically it's just the NEXRADs that are targeting the clouds, and it's just kind of like we talk about every night with the weather warfare, with the frequencies and you know, the microwaves, the low frequencies, the high frequencies. But yeah, I've done a lot of videos on these two companies. There's actually two more companies that I know about that I haven't put no videos out on yet, but I will. But just wanted to jump on here for a little bit to do a little daytime update. We'll get in here tonight and get into this much deeper. Back in 2012, this Aquiaz, this was the drought that was going on in Texas in 2012, and after 1 month, they got rid of the whole drought using this technology. But what they don't tell you is all the bad crap that happened during this 2012. I mean, they had freak storms, dropping 4 feet of hail, mass floods, you know, softball size hail. So they don't tell you the bad stuff. They make it look like, hey, we'll end your drought. And the other thing they don't talk about is when you affect weather on one side of the planet, it actually affects the weather on the other side of the planet. You're destroying what Mother Nature's trying to do.